I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes before I start. Thanks for coming, Julia. Okay, it's about time to start. I might give it a couple, maybe a minute or two. So, thank you for joining. I am talking about grounding and centering today, which is very similar to meditation in that world. If you are familiar with meditation or anything like that, it's, you know, centering and grounding is an essential part of, you know, doing magic. And it is, you know, it's meant to replenish our energy. When you're doing magic, you use up your energy, which can really drain you. I am reading some notes, so bear with me. You know, it can deplete all of your energy. So we want to ground ourselves before doing any kind of magic work. So that we pull that energy from the earth and not just our own bodies, you know, just draining us, which when you drain your energy, you know, it can affect you in many different ways. It can even make you sick and affect your body physically. So that's a very important step in witchcraft. Before you start doing any kind of spell work or anything like that, even rituals, anytime there's a Sabbath, anytime I do anything, I really ground myself first. Anytime I feel off, today I've had a bit of a rough day, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm a bit moody. I'm a moody person, and I struggle with that, and I struggle with you know, letting that get the best of me. So grounding can help you with that as well. So centering, let me just look here real quick. So grounding basically is connecting to the core of the earth. I do grounding a little different than what everyone tells you to. You know, all the books have instructions on grounding. There's a million different things online you can find. I will explain the way that I like to ground myself and center myself. But I will explain a little bit. Grounding and centering gives us strength for tasks, to tackle your day, any distractions. It gives your energy back to you. Starting a ritual or spell work is a reason to ground. I ground before I cleanse, which I touched on in the first video. Methods of grounding. The biggest method of grounding is to get in there and have contact with earth. Skin to earth contact, touching trees, touching grass, even touching dirt, laying in the grass, walking in water, touching flowers, being outside. I don't get outside as much as I should, so a lot of my grounding is inside. So I'll show you how I like to ground myself. So hugging a tree, in the snow, holding any kind of earth, visualization, sorry, I can say that. You can, visualization, I'm sorry, is a big part of grounding as well. Stirring coffee, your daily tasks, you can use as grounding. Just, it's always having the intention of what you're trying to accomplish. So stirring coffee, connecting with the earth, drawing pentacles in your coffee with your spoon. I have drawn pentacles with honey in my tea, things like that. It's all part of it. And interpretation is very broad in grounding. You kind of just do what you feel. Same with a lot of the cleansing as well. So give me just a minute. I'm also still new, so bear with me. Let's see here. There are certain incense and crystals that are really good for grounding. Vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, frankincense, myrrh, lavender. Those are all incenses and oils that you can use in grounding as well. Break a stone. Yeah, that is a really good idea. I'm trying to read your comment before you went up. Bury half. Okay, you can also break a stone in half, bury half, and carry half. You can draw from the other half of the hole if you're stuck indoors at work. That is great. That is a fantastic example of grounding. Thank you, Jessica. Hematite is a really powerful stone for grounding. You can just hold it in your hands and feel the magnetic energy in that stone. I would recommend always having it. Just go and get a hematite stone. It's very useful. Hematite helps you feel more balanced, calm, centered. Smoky quartz, jasper, those are all major crystals that help with grounding. So I will explain to you kind of how I ground indoors. And it's very similar to meditation. I've tried meditation. Meditation is very hard for me because I get distracted, my mind goes a million different ways, and it's hard for me to focus. So grounding is also difficult for me sometimes, but there is no written rule that you have to ground for 30 minutes, for 40 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Sometimes I ground, I just ground quickly, 2 or 3 minutes. I just need to center myself and take a breath and relax. I get stressed easily, and it's so similar to meditation to me. So what I do is I close my eyes, and this is a common technique. I visualize, I put my feet, like I'll sit in this chair, I'll put my feet on the ground, and I will visualize, I'll start taking deep breaths in your nose, out your mouth, feeling it deep in your lungs, just calming yourself, really feeling your body sitting in the chair, feeling your body where it's at, feeling your feet on the floor. And I will visualize roots, even sitting, going through my legs, down my legs, through my feet, into the floor. I imagine those roots going through my feet, into the house, into the dirt, through the rock, blasting through all that down into the core of the earth. I see it as I'm breathing in and out deeply. I see it going down and down until I hit the core of the earth. And for me, I see the energy as gold. So when I get to that energy, I'm breathing it back up into me. I'm taking it from the earth. So once my roots get down there, I breathe it back up. I visualize it coming back up into my body, into my lungs, and expanding that gold light. I breathe out. When it's in there, I breathe out and I visualize it being brown or like dirty water, dirty smoke, like smoke that's not clear, you know, something you can see, obviously, that's smoke. I do that, and I slowly, every time I do that and breathe it up and blow out, I visualize the air that I'm blowing out getting lighter and lighter every time until it's clear. And I know a lot of people don't have a lot of time to do this stuff. This can be you do it as long as you feel like you need to. If you're having a really shit day and everything is just going wrong and you really need to center yourself and come back to everything that's important and just leave all the bullshit aside, then maybe you need to do it for a while. I have a hard time doing grounding for too long. I do it similar, but I have a gold light come through my crown. Oh, that's a good idea. And filling me until it's going into the earth. Yes, that's a great one too. And I might steal that from you. Thank you. But grounding is very important. It's, you know, and I'll just tell you a little bit. I have tried meditation about 1,000,000 times. Guided meditation, all kinds of different meditations. And I would do it for maybe a week or two. And I guess it just overwhelmed me. I always had a time on the meditation, the guided meditation. It was like 10 minutes or 15 minutes or, you know, whatever. And I just never wanted to commit. And I just didn't want it's hard for me to do something regularly for a certain amount of time and keep doing it for a year. So grounding has really helped me because I don't put rules on myself. Like I said, sometimes I take a minute and I just ground myself. Okay, I feel stressed. I feel like I'm going to freak out. I'm going to ground myself. You know, definitely before any kind of spell work or anything like that, but you can do it throughout the day just to calm yourself. Hold some crystals. So here is, I got this not very long ago. This is a smoky quartz, and I think it is so neat. I go to a metaphysical fair and I found this a couple months ago, and I got this. This is my first one. But this is a good, I mean, these are like $10, you know, they're not, you can go elaborate and get huge towers. But some of these aren't very expensive. This is a hematite, which I was saying is very important. If you want to get some crystals, this would be a great one to get. You can also use it for it's cleansing, protection, grounding. It has many purposes. So I have a plethora of crystals. You can always ask me questions about. I have people I can go to for advice on crystals, but I know a little bit about them and what they do. Books are really important when you get into witchcraft. I'm not a big reader, but I do have books to reference, and that's kind of what I was looking at. I have some books on grounding and centering, but there's so many different types of interpretation. Grounding can just be you have a couple minutes and you go outside and just put your hands on a tree and just feel it. Just close your eyes and just feel the energy going in, the exchange of energy from the tree to you. And you, if you really focus, you can really hear it, or not hear it, I'm sorry. I think I was reading, you can feel it. Anyway, this one was not very long. I don't have a whole lot more to go over. If you guys have any questions, it should definitely be part of your practice. Cleansing and grounding, those kind of go hand in hand. So just to teach you about the basics, and I'm not really going into a lot of depth. This is very basic, these videos. So if you guys have any questions or comments, Jessica, I really appreciate your advice on that. It was very helpful. If you ever have questions on that. Nice, thank you. Yeah, and I know that I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff because after I did my cleansing video, I thought of all this stuff that I should have said. Like I have a selenite bowl, which I love. I love to put my rings and my necklaces and stuff. You can put whatever in this. But I mean, this was probably about $40 at a metaphysical fair. But I cleanse my stones in there. I put my jewelry. If I buy something that will fit in there, I will use that. So that was something I missed on my cleansing video. I was going to talk about selenite, but I did not. So I really don't have a whole lot more to go over. It was super basic. I probably am not going to do another video I'm probably going to do one every 2 weeks. And I think my next one, I'm just going to go over some crystals and books and things like that. So, but yeah, if you have I have a bunch of books that have really helped me, and I can give you some suggestions of things that have, been influential to me. No, you don't really have to keep stones away from each other. The only thing that I can think of is some stones are sensitive to sunlight, and so you don't want to put some of them in water or sunlight. But I am going to do a video just on stones and things like that. Anyway, I was going to mention one thing. Let me grab it really quick. Let's see. So these little bags, I bought a bunch of these on Amazon because they, oh, that's a good one, Jessica. Thank you. That is good. Yeah. I kind of have a little, my husband bought me a little like moon tower thing that I can put all my stones on. So I really didn't have a whole lot of places to put them before that. I just kind of laid them around back here on my desk. But yeah, a glass jar would not be a good idea. These are, I think I got like 100 for $10 or $5 or something on Amazon. I use these for baths too, when I want to put herbs in my bath. I did make the mistake that everybody else probably did in the beginning, and you throw the herbs in the water and then you're trying to get them out of the water, and it's so that they don't go down the drain, and that's a nightmare. So then I thought, oh, hello, that's super smart. Yeah, or somebody probably told me, or I saw this somewhere, but put the herbs in this bag, then put it in the water, and it will basically make like a tea bath. But I do a lot of self-care baths and stuff. Just that will also, replenish your energy. Anyway, what I was going to say is like these, I keep this bag in my purse. It's kind of dirty, but I keep stones. I carry them on me. depending on what I feel I need, you know. So you can do that with hematite. You can carry hematite in your pocket. I carry stones in my pocket. That's okay, Betty. Thank you for coming. You can watch it later. It'll be on the page. This is not going to be a super long video. It's just very basic grounding and cleansing. So like right now I have, help me. What is this? Does anybody know? Help me. I know. Is it Amazonite? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it is. Maybe you guys can help me. So I had that in my purse, and I had an amethyst, and no, this, yeah. Howlite, thank you. I knew it was an ite one. There's so many. I have to I have apps on my phone. I look them up because it's hard to remember. There's a lot to remember. But yeah, I mean, based on your mood, you can look up online different stones that help with centering and grounding, and just, I am making a lot of life changes with my health. And Labradorite, that was the other one I had. Yeah, I love Labradorite. It is beautiful. Another thing, if you feel really called, and I'm kind of going off on stones, which I said I wasn't going to do because I'm going to do another video just on stones. But if you feel like drawn to a crystal, you can get rings and jewelry, you know, to wear all the time and cleanse them, you know, wear them. They will help you on your path, and for whatever you need, you know. Anyway, that's kind of all I have right now. Today's just a lazy Sunday, and I hope you all had a great Mother's Day. I had a great Mother's Day, so just kind of relaxing. But I will probably do a video in another 2 weeks or so. I think I might just do kind of miscellaneous stuff. I'm going to show my books, my crystals, things that I've gotten for, you know, my craft, candles. I've found some really good deals on stuff on Amazon. So different things, you know, you can... A piece of driftwood that I use as a wand that I found, you know, things like that. It's I'm just gonna kind of go over that, do a kind of a miscellaneous video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions, I'm sure I missed a ton of stuff, and I'm gonna think later about the stuff that I didn't talk about, but that's okay. I hope you all have a great Sunday, and I will see you in a couple weeks. Bye.